Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Timothy Olyphant is an American actor celebrated for his effortless charisma, sharp wit, and a signature blend of charm and danger that has defined many of his most memorable roles. Born on May 20, 1968, in Honolulu, Hawaii, and raised in Modesto, California, Olyphant initially pursued a career in competitive swimming before discovering his passion for acting. He attended the University of Southern California, where he was a standout swimmer, and later studied acting at the William Esper Studio in New York, a training ground known for its emphasis on the Meisner technique. Olyphant made his film debut in the mid-1990s and quickly gained attention for his edgy performances in movies such as Scream 2, 1997, and Go, 1999, where his sly humor and unpredictable energy made him a standout. Throughout the early 2000s, he built a reputation for playing both heroes and villains with equal conviction, from the ruthless drug dealer in Go to the menacing villain Thomas Gabriel in Live Free or Die Hard, 2007. However, it was on television that Timothy Olyphant truly became a household name. His portrayal of Sheriff Seth Bullock in HBO's Deadwood, 2004-2006, earned him widespread acclaim for his stoic intensity and moral complexity. Later, his turn as U.S. Marshal Raylan Givens in the FX series Justified, 2010-2015, solidified his place among television's most iconic leading men. Olyphant's Raylan was a modern-day gunslinger, cool, sarcastic, and lethal when provoked, a role that earned him an Emmy nomination and a loyal following. Olyphant has continued to show impressive range, moving between genres with ease. He displayed a lighter, self-aware side in Netflix's dark comedy Santa Clarita Diet, 2017-2019, starring opposite Drew Barrymore, and appeared in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 2019, as a seasoned TV cowboy, a fitting meta role for an actor who has long embodied that archetype with tongue-in-cheek precision. Beyond acting, Olyphant is known for his humility, intelligence, and dry humor. He's often described as down-to-earth and self-effacing, with a reputation for bringing a grounded authenticity to both his work and public appearances. Despite his long career and critical acclaim, he remains something of an underappreciated figure, admired by peers, beloved by fans, and respected for his dedication to craft over fame. In recent years, Timothy Olyphant has revisited some of his most defining roles, including returning as Raylan Givens in Justified, City Primeval, 2023, much to the delight of longtime fans. His continued success reflects a rare combination of old-school Hollywood charisma and modern sensibility, a testament to his enduring appeal and talent. Timothy Olyphant's career is distinguished not only by the quality of his performances but also by the deliberate choices he's made, often opting for complex, understated characters rather than commercial stardom. His approach to acting reflects a deep understanding of subtlety and restraint. He's known for conveying emotion through the smallest gestures, a piercing look, or a sardonic half-smile rather than overt dramatics. This minimalist style has become one of his trademarks, setting him apart in both film and television. After his early success in Go, 1999, and The Girl Next Door, 2004, Olyphant continued to build an impressive filmography that showcased his versatility. He appeared in the sports drama Dreamcatcher, 2003, the western The Broken Hearts Club, a romantic comedy, 2000, and the action thriller Hitman, 2007, where he portrayed the iconic video game assassin Agent 47. Although Hitman received mixed reviews, Olyphant's performance was noted for bringing unexpected depth to a role rooted in stoicism and violence. His television work remains the centerpiece of his legacy. In Deadwood, Olyphant's Seth Bullock was a man of principle navigating the lawless chaos of the Old West, a role that demanded both simmering intensity and moral ambiguity. The series, often hailed as one of the greatest TV dramas ever made, set the stage for Olyphant's later success in Justified, where he refined and redefined the archetype of the lawman. Justified, based on Elmore Leonard's stories, allowed Olyphant to infuse his natural wit and understated humor into Raylan Givens, a character who combined the rugged independence of a cowboy with the sharp intellect of a modern detective. Critics praised Olyphant's nuanced performance, which balanced stoicism with moments of warmth and charm. The show's writing and his chemistry with co-stars like Walton Goggins created one of television's most dynamic rivalries. Outside of his gritty roles, Olyphant has shown an impressive comedic side. In The Office, he played the handsome traveling salesman Danny Cordray, effortlessly blending humor and charisma. His turn in The Mindy Project as a surfer-turned-gigolo named Graham showcased his willingness to poke fun at himself, while Santa Clarita Diet allowed him to fully embrace absurd comedy. As Joel Hammond, a suburban husband navigating his wife's unexpected transformation into a zombie, Olyphant displayed brilliant timing, earning praise for his physical comedy and chemistry with Drew Barrymore. In addition to his screen work, Olyphant has occasionally appeared on stage and lent his voice to animated projects. He's also been involved in several independent films, preferring roles that challenge him rather than guarantee box office success. Despite being recognized for his rugged good looks, Olyphant has often subverted Hollywood expectations by choosing self-deprecating or morally complex parts. Off-screen, Timothy Olyphant is known as a devoted husband and father. He married his college sweetheart, Alexis Neef, in 1991, and they have 3 children together. Their long-lasting marriage is often cited as a rarity in Hollywood. And Olyphant frequently speaks about his family with humor and affection. He has said that balancing his acting career with his personal life is one of his proudest achievements. Olyphant's reputation among colleagues is one of quiet professionalism and generosity. He's admired for his ability to elevate scenes through subtle reactions rather than showy performances. His self-deprecating humor, often displayed in interviews and talk shows, has made him a favorite among fans who appreciate his laid-back honesty. Even as he's entered his mid-50s, Timothy Olyphant's appeal has only deepened. His return as Raylan Givens in Justified, City Primeval reminded audiences of his enduring magnetism and command of the screen. Whether in westerns, thrillers, or comedies, Olyphant embodies a rare combination of authenticity, intelligence, and cool, the kind of presence that feels timeless. Timothy Olyphant's acting career represents one of the most consistent and fascinating evolutions in modern Hollywood, a trajectory defined less by fame chasing and more by refinement, intelligence, and a deep understanding of character. Over the years, he has carved out a unique niche as an actor who embodies both the mythic and the modern, the cowboy with a conscience, the villain with a grin, the hero who never seems entirely comfortable with being one. Following his success in Justified, Olyphant continued to balance prestige television with thoughtful film work. He appeared in the critically acclaimed The Crazies, 2010, a remake of the George A. Romero classic, where he played a small-town sheriff trying to protect his community from a viral outbreak. The role, arriving just before Justified premiered, demonstrated his mastery of tension and leadership, cementing his image as the quintessential American lawman. In A Perfect Getaway, 2009, opposite Mila Jovovich and Steve Zahn, Olyphant portrayed a mysterious ex-soldier whose calm intensity kept audiences guessing. His ability to shift between menace and warmth with subtlety has become one of his hallmarks, a reflection of how deeply he internalizes his characters rather than relying on theatrics. On the comedic front, Olyphant's turn in The Grinder, 2015, where he played an exaggerated version of himself, was a clever and self-aware performance that poked fun at his public image as the charming tough guy. His appearances on Curb Your Enthusiasm and The Good Place further showcased his wit, timing, and willingness to deconstruct his own persona. Perhaps one of his most rewarding professional relationships has been with the works of Elmore Leonard. Olyphant has often expressed admiration for Leonard's writing, crisp, understated, and full of moral ambiguity, qualities that perfectly align with his acting sensibility. His portrayal of Raylan Givens is often described as the definitive interpretation of Leonard's heroes, a man of action with a sharp tongue, impeccable style, and a code that's both noble and self-defeating. In interviews, Olyphant has discussed how much he values naturalism and authenticity in performance. He avoids rehearsing lines excessively, preferring to stay present and spontaneous in each take. This approach gives his work a lived-in quality. Every pause, glance, or smirk feels organic, as if he's thinking through the moment rather than performing it. His co-stars frequently note his generosity on set, both as a collaborator and as a scene partner who listens deeply. In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 2019, Quentin Tarantino tapped into Olyphant's cowboy mystique by casting him as James Stacy, a real-life actor from the 1960s Western Lancer. The role allowed Olyphant to blend his own career-long association with Western archetypes into a nostalgic, layered performance that paid homage to Hollywood's golden era. It was a subtle, elegant turn that reminded audiences of how effortlessly he commands the screen, even in limited time. Olyphant's later work continues to reflect his refusal to be typecast. His voice acting in animated shows like The Book of Boba Fett, 2022, where he reprised his Mandalorian role as Cobb Vanth, another lawman with a dry wit and steady hand, revealed how seamlessly he translates his charisma to different mediums. Fans celebrated his performance, noting how his presence elevated even a supporting part into something iconic. Throughout his career, Timothy Olyphant has avoided the trappings of celebrity, focusing instead on craft and longevity. He has said in multiple interviews that he values being a working actor over being a famous one. This philosophy has kept him grounded and respected across the industry. His consistency and range, moving between film, network television, streaming platforms, and even theater, make him one of the most adaptable and quietly influential actors of his generation. As of the mid-2020s, Olyphant continues to be a creative force in both television and film. Justified. City Primeval, 2023, was met with strong reviews, with critics praising how he had aged Raylan Givens with grace, adding depth, weariness, and a touch of melancholy to a character once defined by swagger. It was a performance that captured the passage of time, both for the character and the actor, without losing the essence of what made him magnetic in the first place. In an era where many performers chase attention, Timothy Olyphant remains refreshingly authentic, a man who values subtlety over spectacle, humor over self-importance, and truth over performance. Whether playing a quick-drawing marshal, a suburban husband facing the absurd, or a reflective Hollywood veteran, he continues to redefine the art of understatement, proving that real charisma doesn't shout, it simmers.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.